Baby,
Oh.
That is your grandson lying there dead.
Nah. She cooked. Yeah, this is bad. Chat, this is bad. Honestly. This is bad.
On the couch. Look at that.
No.
Look at that.
No.
She did it, right?
I prayed with your daughter over your dead grandson.
When a 5-year-old
my
boy suddenly
God, even
dies under
he's angry,
mysterious
dude.
circumstances, investigators in Dayton, Ohio desperately search for an explanation.
What's more important to you? Someone getting in trouble or the fact that your grandson is dead? Then prove it or walk out that door.
The following report
Wow,
is
he's
based on
furious.
official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now.
Got
On the
it.
morning of Saturday, March 30th, 2024,
Last
Dayton
year.
dispatchers receive a chilling 911 call.
A child had died in his sleep. He went to sleep as he is. Please come.
This is
please.
grandma.
Ma'am, what is going on
This
with
is
your child?
grandma.
He laid down, went to sleep, and I was on the couch with him. Me and my he's my grandson.
But I can hear someone else crying. Some kid crying in the background. Is that some other grandson?
And baby won't wake up. He's cold as ice. His nose was bleeding. I wiped his nose.
Oh.
And he didn't move.
Okay, ma'am, how old is he?
5.
Oh
I was
man.
babysitting him, and he's cold as ice. He's cold. He won't move.
There's no breathing at all or anything?
No, nothing at all.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's.
please.
Yeah,
I
you
called his
are.
mom. She's on her way. Oh God, is somebody coming?
What did she do?
Somebody
Was
coming?
that Stephanie? As soon as we could come, we had help on the way, okay?
Okay.
We're going to do what we can to help you, okay?
She's in
Okay.
shock.
Thank you.
The child would later be identified as 5-year-old Charles Anthony Brown. Police and paramedics arrive to the scene, but it quickly becomes clear that the young boy is beyond any hope of resuscitation.
It's on too.
Okay, the cop is checking. Someone else is checking him. Oh no, it's paramedics. Oh man.
When was the last time you saw him?
Yeah. Chad, I feel like it's been a long time. It's not been 10 or 15 minutes. It's been a long time since that kid is there.
No. When was the last time you saw him moving?
He went to sleep, and then we all went to sleep. And I slept on the
What time was that?
about
She can't remember. What? What do you mean you cannot remember?
can't remember about I guess 10 or 11 so.
10 or 11 last night? Yeah.
Oh,
An officer
last night.
speaks with the child's grandmother, 58-year-old Stephanie Shanks, who was babysitting the 3 grandchildren while their mother was at work.
Was there
Okay.
any health issues or anything?
No, he wasn't nothing.
Okay, and you said you saw him last night.
Yes, about 10. I mean, he went in that position, and then that's where he was at, and then I seen some.
So when you saw him, he was sleeping?
No, I got up this morning, I wiped his nose, and something coming out of his nose.
Okay. So about
And
10
I
this
wiped it, and the
morning?
stuff was still in the toilet. I put it in the toilet, I didn't flush it. And
Okay.
he didn't move. He didn't move. And I called his mom.
And how old is he?
5. Oh,
Damn, this is sad, dude.
Is this brother and sister?
His twin.
Oh, the two
They're
are
twins?
standing there.
How old are they?
5.
5. Okay. And how was he?
3.
3?
Oh, he had nosebleeds, but that's it. That's it. He had no nosebleeds or nothing. He had nosebleeds.
Charles' sudden death leaves officers searching for answers,
Hmm.
but any hope of an explanation must wait for investigators who are on their way to the scene. For
Okay.
now, officers outside share their thoughts on the devastating situation.
Typically, I'm one to like jump offering to go. This was one that I really didn't want to.
You're just a kid,
I was
bro.
like literally holding my breath, like please don't. I knew it was coming.
I don't know what it is. I didn't see the kid.
Well, when you just had a kid, the last thing you want to do is go on a dead kid.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It don't get any easier.
Yeah.
We gotta wait for mom to get here, then we're gonna call mom down and get info on the kid.
Oh, we saw her reaction already.
They
I mean, you cannot blame her, man.
Grandparents, right?
They stayed the night here. They don't live here.
No, so they were just visiting, supervising the kid.
Probably babysitting someone going out, which is fine. I don't.
Yeah. Once we get the information, I'll call the coroner. I'm sure he'll want to come out. It's wildly unusual.
Suddenly, an unidentified male approaches the scene and is stopped by
Okay.
officers who've been instructed not to let anyone inside.
Why?
Do you know them
Who is he?
inside of there? Yeah. How do you know them? Were you neighbors or something?
That's my girl. That's my girl kids.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
that's the husband. That's the
who
father
are you
for
today?
the kids.
I'm her daughter's boyfriend.
Yeah, unfortunately, nobody can go in there right now. So.
Seconds later, the mother of the 3 children, including the deceased 5-year-old boy, races toward the home.
Why?
Sorry, you can't go inside right now.
I can't go inside.
Come here. Come here.
Please.
Come here. Come here.
Please, I just want to see my baby. Please.
No. He said we're not letting her in.
Oh my God.
We'll have to talk to her. Huh? We'll have to
She
talk to
said
her.
he woke up like this. I don't know. Oh my God. Please,
Wow.
let me go see my baby.
Damn, this one is sad, dude.
32 weeks, yes.
Okay. Any other medical issues?
No,
No complications?
no, none.
Thank you.
Wow. No medical issues at all and sudden nosebleed. That's like epistaxis, He had some kind of, blockage of his, like, breathing or something. He wasn't able to breathe or something. I mean, nosebleed, like they are seen as very, common thing, but they can be very, very crazy, dude. They can lead to death. Damn, it's crazy. Like what grandma is just saying is he just had nosebleed and he died. I mean, I get it. He's a kid, I mean, the nosebleeds can lead to death.
Baby gone.
I'm sorry.
My baby gone.
Wow.
Inside the house, the grandmother agrees to sign a consent to search the home, and
Okay.
investigators are brought up to speed.
There gotta be something she did. I mean, but what she's saying?
On the situation.
She's saying he's
Ran
been
from down to
sleeping.
bed 10, 11 last night. That's when she last saw him out here sleeping on the couch. This morning before she called, she said he had she described it as a bloody nose. Wiped it up. The tissues are still in the toilet. And noticed he wasn't responding. Called 911. Just kind of looks like he aspirated.
Does everyone
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
live here?
He couldn't breathe or anything.
Grandma just babysit.
Grandma watches the kids every weekend, she says.
Okay.
She was sleeping on the couch with the 2 boys. She said the girl was asleep in the bed.
She was sleeping on the couch with them?
She said she was on the couch with the 2 boys.
After completing their search,
So she was sleeping at the same couch. Okay, this could be dumb. Chat. I get she is sleeping with the couch with them. Maybe she, suffocated him. I mean, of course, couch maybe is small, and the kid is, of course, a kid. Kid size. So maybe for some reason she was on to him, or something like that maybe happened.
investigators
Don't know yet.
uncover a shocking clue that
But
may
for now,
explain Charles'
all I
sudden
know
death,
is
which lands Stephanie in an interrogation room. Before confronting
He
her
wasn't
with their
able to breathe.
findings, they first question her about the events of the previous day. She explains that she usually watches the children every Saturday and Sunday while their mother works.
Okay.
At this time, she took them in on Friday morning because their daycare was closed for Good Friday. She describes their day and evening as typical, where the children played in and out of the home until nightfall.
10 or 10:30 or 11, something like that. Little Charles came and said, "Mom, I'm tired, I'm sleepy." I said, "Well, get up on the couch and lay down and go to sleep."
okay.
What did he look like when he said I was tired?
He didn't really look, I mean, he looked tired in the eyes, but he didn't look like nothing I would notice.
Was he acting weird? Was he like stumbling or maybe like nodding off?
No, he was just tired, just moving slow.
He wasn't nodding off?
No.
Okay.
Stephanie gives
So
one
it
of the
was
investigators
normal.
permission to go through her phone, while the other prepares to confront her with what they found inside her home.
Can you help me understand all
Okay.
the straws and stuff that are laying around? And the white powder and stuff?
Yeah, this picture I saw, me too. When I saw this picture, I was like, is she doing the nose thing, that drug?
Substances that are laying around?
Well, that was from me doing boy earlier then, but it wasn't me doing boy now.
Okay. You doing boy earlier as in when?
Friday.
And just for clarification, boy is heroin, correct?
Oh, okay.
When on?
My dumbass thought she's really talking about some person, some boy. Yeah, that's when I'm cooked in a positive way.
Friday were you doing this?
That morning.
That morning?
Before they got there.
What, around what time?
About 7. I had it that night.
Weird. Damn.
But I did it that morning. Because I didn't know I had to watch the kids. I thought I had to watch them at...
I get that, yeah.
She could have done
I
with
get
something
it.
So I
better.
did it.
Based on the evidence and her own admission, the investigator poses a devastating theory.
I think that Charles overdosed.
Exactly. She was not paying attention. She was not, I guess she did the boy, she did the boy thing, and she was just out, or like not paying attention, and that kid just saw too, and he did the same thing or something like that, dude. That what really makes sense according to that thing boy found at
Oh,
home.
he
Our
did
home.
overdose.
That's my suspicion. All right, now we're gonna find out some more when he goes through an autopsy. All right, we're gonna find out some more from his blood
What's in
results.
him?
But it wasn't nothing in there when he went in the bedroom. I had did it all. It was nothing but dust on the thing. That's all that was on there.
So when was he in there?
He wasn't in there. He was not in there. The little girl, she went in there late that night. It was gone in. And it was all off the straws and everything. I licked the straws. And
I see all the straws.
That's why I did that.
When did you lick the straws?
3 days before.
3 days
Yes.
before?
Yeah.
Because I'll be honest, there was residue in the cigarette pack that you had with the straw on the table.
But it wasn't nothing in the cigarette pack. Honestly, I'll tell you the truth. It wasn't nothing.
And here's the thing, like, I know that there might not be very much or not an amount that you would ever pay for or not an amount that you would consider to be anything, but you and I both know that drugs to an adult, drugs to someone who uses regularly, that's going to be a different amount than someone who's small. Now, you might have had it on your fingers, you might have had it on that table, you might have had it on other things.
True,
but the
true.
thing is that you regularly have heroin in that apartment. Is that accurate?
Yes, that's accurate.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
And,
But
go ahead.
Man, that sucks. That's bad, bro. Does her, what you call, does the mother of the kids know that? There's no way, like, if my wife, like, I leave my, what you call, I leave my kids, with my wife mother, and then, bruh, she does this shit like that. Hell no, bruh. I would leave them on the street rather than at that place, dude. What the hell?
But it wasn't nothing in there, but dust in there. But how could dust even do anything to him?
And so
What do you mean?
When we say heroin, it's not the heroin that we are talking about from the 90s.
Okay.
There's so many different forms of opioids that are killing people, and ultimately we will probably find out that this is some type of fentanyl. So you don't have to have grams to kill micrograms, especially for someone who is only 30 pounds.
so young.
It's a huge amount.
Despite the explanation, Stephanie still seems to struggle with accepting the possibility.
If we find that there's some heroin,
If you find it.
correct. If we find heroin in his body, would you agree with me that your actions
yes,
were played?
yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We're going to do all that. We're going to pull his blood and we're going to identify what substances are in his body.
Good, good.
Okay. But I can tell you that he didn't just die this morning. Based on how he looked,
And
his
stiff.
body had already started to decompose.
It's been few
He'd
days.
been dead for some time.
Ooh.
The investigator questions Stephanie about where she obtained the substances. She claims she purchased them from a man named Greg, but her reluctance to share more information about him causes the interrogation to grow increasingly more intense.
Oh,
You wanna give me
you
some
don't
more
want to tell
information about
about
Greg?
the dealer.
Well, I don't know him that well.
How did you get a hold of him?
I don't know.
Here's the thing. Here's kind of what's going to change my opinion about you, okay? And I'm just going to be real honest, all right? Because I saw your daughter's broken heart
Yep.
when she saw her deceased, her dead son, who had been dead for hours, okay? I saw your grandson who had been dead for hours.
Hours earlier, neighbors, friends, and family stood witness to the grieving mother's reaction when her son's body was moved to the coroner's van.
Oh, no. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Please, no, nobody back there. No, nobody back there. Get off of me.
Stephanie gives investigators a street
Man, I
name,
hope
but no exact.
I hope not a single mother have to go through that, dude. Especially your kid that young. Damn.
address, along with a vague physical description. However, a startling discovery on her phone shifts the investigation dramatically, casting doubt on everything she said about Greg.
They found something on the phone.
Bonk HD.
I don't know who that is.
And you called somebody named Bonk/HD.
I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
You called him 4 times yesterday between 7:40 a.m.
Oh.
and 11 a.m.
As one investigator steps out of the room to take a closer look at the phone, the other continues to press Stephanie for the truth.
On a certain level, I don't care about your drug habit. What I care about is Charles is dead. Charles
Because
is
of the
over
drug.
at the coroner's office right
I
now.
believe that when I hear about one of the toxic.
Well, he's dead, right?
Yes.
He's dead.
Yes.
He died in
Why
your
she
car.
care about
Okay?
autopsy?
So if we're going to sit in here and talk, I want you to be truthful about things, or walk out that door.
Okay. I just looked at the phone.
Okay.
You text Bonk HD as well to buy heroin.
Oh.
What?
To buy heroin. You're really starting to make me mad. Again, the store's always open. Like he's totally been done a phenomenal job telling you that you can walk out here anytime. You buy drugs with Bonk HD. You're lying.
Oh
you
my
being
God.
dishonest is not going to get you anywhere. There is a dead child.
Your grandbaby.
But I don't want.
For God's sake. I prayed with your daughter over your dead grandson.
Wow.
Your dead grandson, and you're lying about buying drugs. Are you kidding me? Do you love your grandbabies?
No.
Do you? Then prove it. Or walk out that door.
Consistently you lie. And then we have to confront you with what we know, and then you tell us the
I'm in
truth.
trouble though.
It doesn't matter. There's a dead baby.
But
There's a dead baby. And you for trying not to get yourself in trouble, but we have to look at this. That is your grandson lying there dead on the couch. Look at that.
No.
Look at that.
No.
Because of your actions, and you're still sitting here trying to deflect the truth.
No, I'm not.
These lights are on.
No.
The truth will come out in this room. Someone will be held responsible for this dead child. It's unacceptable. And what frustrates me the most is that you are unwilling to take accountability for what has happened. You have given us partial truths. That's not okay.
With confusion over Greg and the mysterious contact in her phone, the investigator presents her a final ultimatum.
Here's the thing. At the end of this, my partner and I, you, whenever you're done, we're going to walk out of this room, all right? We're going to go back to our families. All right? Charles is over there alone. In a bag.
Damn.
And tomorrow morning, my partner and I are going to come in here on Easter morning, Resurrection Day, and we're going to watch the examiners examine your grandchild's baby, your grandchild's body. Alright? I'm not worried about people getting in trouble and all this. Alright? What I'm worried about is the truth. And actions have consequences. You know that. That's why you've been lying to us.
No, I've been lying because I didn't want to get nobody in trouble.
What's more important to you? Someone getting in trouble or the fact that your grandson is dead?
If I'm dead.
Then prove it or walk out that door. Prove it or walk out. Or we can close this door and we can talk about the truth for the sake of Charles over there, who's alone. What do you want to do?
Choosing to stay, Stephanie finally reveals the truth.
He's my regular drug supplier.
He's your regular drug supplier. So I can ignore what you said about Greg at the store. That was a lie. Okay. So yesterday you had the kids.
Yes.
And you had got some drugs in the morning before they were there.
Yes.
But then you tried to get more drugs.
Yes.
What was different that you were trying to get more drugs?
Because
and the kids were there.
Because I wasn't feeling too good. I wasn't feeling well.
Like dope sick?
Yeah.
Despite her admission, the only way to be certain is to
Never
review
do
the results
drugs,
of
Chad.
Charles's autopsy and toxicology report.
You know, science takes a minute, right?
Yeah.
So when we get those results, when we get your results and it says that, you know, that you have maybe some heroin and some fentanyl in your system, you're not going to be surprised, right?
No.
When we find that in his system, what are you going to tell me? What are you going to tell Charles?
That I had it was my fault. I killed him.
A post-mortem toxicology report for
yeah, chat. It happened because of that, because of the drugs.
5-year-old Charles Anthony Brown ruled his cause of death as intoxication by fentanyl and other illegal substances.
Many other.
According to his death certificate, the approximate time between the onset of exposure and death would have been minutes. On his death certificate, the manner of death is listed as an accident. 58-year-old Stephanie Shanks pleaded guilty to felony involuntary manslaughter, as well as 2 misdemeanor charges of endangering.
I mean, bro, she's for sure. She was for sure, 100% proven guilty. Right there, as soon as she said she got drugs, and she got a dealer and stuff, boom, she's gone. First of all, that drug is not legal, you know, why she have it, you know. On top of that, bruh, she got a poor kid killed just because of goddamn drug overdose. So yeah, she was for sure cooked. But damn, it's sad. Oh my god, this video was bad, dude. It's so sad to see like the mother cry because of her kid is gone, you know, especially at the very young age. How old was this kid? Like 3 years old, 3.5 years old, something like that. But yeah, damn, crazy video, dude, crazy video for you.